Another day at Tynefield Farm, another new project. I just been to East Sussex to go grab some new stock, and I'm just about to release them in a new home and then leave them to orientate themselves in a new spot, and then later, probably at least a few days, with the help of an expert, will come and inspect them and see how they're getting on. But first, I've got to wear some protective clothing. I feel like I'm going to space. My heart is beating.
At least you've got the suit. If it goes wrong for me, I'm over.
It won't go wrong because you're going to get in the car.
Yeah, that's true.
So. Right. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Right, so we've just taken refuge in the car, in the truck with Caleb. I am sweating like there's no tomorrow. But I just thought at least we can just see how they're getting on. Because yeah, they'll be getting their bearings. And also probably a little bit annoyed with the journey, because obviously they're used to just being out in the morning or whatever. But they should be alright. And hopefully once they settle down, then with the help of a local beekeeper, we'll have a look at the hive and see what's going on in there. But for now, we need to go and drink, because look at this. Oh my god. What's the worst case scenario?
Smooth running.
Okay.
Well, I'm standing here, so if you come around here, you can see. So what you do to start with is you stand and watch your hive. Alright. So when they come back, are they happy? Are they going straight in? Is there a load of scrap going on at the front of your hive? Yeah, as in the bees in there are not happy with the bees that are coming in. So that would be like a robbing thing. So otherwise you're leaning over. Yeah. So that is just for your winter closure. And then crack your lid. If you come up close
Yeah.
and then smell it. So as you lift that lid,
Yeah.
okay, so that's a mixture of warm honey plus the pheromones from the queen. And what you find is you get used to your hive. So everybody's hive smells slightly differently.
Yeah.
So you'll get used to it. And what you can see in here is capped honey.
Yeah.
So these are all capped honey cells in here.
Yeah.
Right. So with
The white stuff.
the ones that have got
Like a
toppings
comb
to
on
them.
it, yeah.
So what we're going to do, lift that one. Can we go forwards with it as well?
Yeah.
Go on the other side, just because it's an odd shaped hive. So just
Put it on the floor.
no, we're going to put it back onto there.
Onto there. Oh, onto there.
Yeah, that's why I'd say it's quite good to have a lift for working space.
Yeah.
So okay. So what he's got is bottom space. So hives are worked in two different directions. So you either have a gap at the top of your frames or you have a gap at the bottom of your frames. So when you crack this, what you're trying to do is not split the seam. So you don't want to just lift it up, because what it'll do is it'll pop everywhere, and then you'll get really angry bees, because they'll just be evicted quite dramatically. So by twisting it, what you can do is loosen it up. And you need to get into the habit of always checking the bottom of your queen excluder, just to check the queen isn't lugging it round the top. Alright, which is not usually, but sod's law is if you don't check, that's exactly where it should be. And then what you do is just leave it somewhere near your hive, alright, so that you've got plenty of stuff to check. Okay, so this is old honey. Okay, so this is probably last year's honey that they had over the winter. So you've got stored honey here. This is new honey. Alright, and then these bits here. Pollen.
So the shiny.
So shiny is new.
The not shiny is pollen, and then the covered that is old is old.
Yeah, so that's probably last winter's. Alright, I'm quite happy. So this is going to be really heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah. So, Queenie doesn't have much room to lay up here because they've been storing honey. The problem is you can't use this honey because it's got access to brood. So you couldn't get it out and spin it because the chances are it's had baby bees building all over it. Well, nothing really. I mean, if it was just for you, it probably wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so weird.
But your queen's got nowhere to lay up here.
Yeah.
So I'd almost be taking these away and getting yourself some new frames so that you've got plenty of space.
Yeah. Oh wow. So those are workers.
So these are all your worker bees, yeah. So what you don't have in here is many drones so far. I haven't seen any drones.
How much different does a drone
They're big
look
fat
to that?
ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll notice them when you see them. They're big and fat.
Could they be down there?
It could be.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there are none in here. Because what I'm not seeing at the moment is any eggs or anything. But So the fact that there was pollen coming in is a good sign.
Yeah.
What I haven't seen is any eggs. Okay, here we go. So what you've got in the bottom of these,
Yeah.
can you see?
Oh, eggs.
Tiny
yeah,
little
yeah,
larvae.
Yeah.
All right, so those are
Oh wow.
less than 8 days old.
How do you know?
So because you can work it, you know when they were laid,
Okay.
what time they cap them over,
Yeah.
and so you can sort of see on the size of your. So what you're looking for with these, you can see them. They're nice and bright.
Yeah.
They're curled up,
Yeah.
and if you look closely, they've got little segments in them.
Yeah.
So what they say is if they're white, was it? Hang on. White and bright and curly tight.
White and bright and curly tight.
Yeah. So essentially they're in a nice curly sea.
Yeah.
You can see them glistening.
Oh yeah.
And it's a nice bright white colour that you're looking for.
Mhm.
So that would be healthy looking
Larvae.
Yeah. If it doesn't look like that, then you
Yeah.
need to start worrying about your bees a bit.
Yeah.
This is a play cup.
Yeah.
So
What does that mean?
it means if they were thinking about swarming or getting rid of their queen because they wanted a new one, they'd start building cups like this. So it's always worth checking them out, that there's nothing going on
Yeah.
inside them, but that one's fine.
This one would definitely be kissing me if I didn't have this on.
They're actually quite chill bees. Okay, so we now need to lift this one.
Oh, there's one here that's caught. Oh,
Yeah, just lift her up. Let 'em go.
yeah. Oh, there's a drone.
No.
Oh, nice, huh?
Yeah, because you've got big white
Yeah. Yeah.
eyes.
Oh, look at that. First day, first lesson.
Yeah.
They're quite different. Is the queen bigger than that?
No, the queen's longer. So you see pollen on the backs of that one.
Yeah. Oh, and that one's got double pollen.
Yeah. So we're quite happy that they've got larvae and stuff that
Yeah.
they're coming in. So there's another drone. You can see him nice and fat in the middle.
How many drones are in
It depends what the hive wants to do. So if the hive's thinking about swarming, they'll put
are they sort of like an assign? Not a drone gets assigned?
well,
Or,
drones are your male
Sure.
bees.
yeah,
So they only have one purpose really, which is flying off with a virgin queen.
yeah,
If they do that, then they die.
yeah,
And then come September, they're no use to the hive, so the girls will kick them out anyway.
yeah,
What we've got in here, I think, is an awful lot of honey being stored.
yeah.
Rather than...
There's only one rooster down here, then.
No, there's quite a lot at the top, but they're storing honey down here, which is why I don't run brood and a half.
Yeah,
I would literally run a brood box and then put the supers on. So yeah, there's quite a lot of drones down there. See?
yeah. So are they just surveying and seeing what's going on?
Yeah, no, they're just literally hanging about. They're a bit useless. They have some, so if it's really hot, they have a use in that they'll help ventilate the hive and that sort of thing. Other than that, no, this is quite a civilised hive. So if we get the sun, you can see the, yeah, and you can see the bottom of the cell. So what we're looking for is a tiny white line in the bottom of the cell, which you can see in some of those ones in the middle. So those are your baby eggs. You see them? Yeah. So those are absolutely no more than 2 days old.
So when you put the frames, they're normally empty, complete. They haven't got anything in there.
So they have the wax on them when you start.
Oh, this wax,
You
yeah.
get the wax, and they build combs that come out. So they build that bit. There's still one of those bits back, if that's alright with you.
Sure.
I'll snip what comes off that side. Yeah, and then snip one back to the other. That's cool. Get it back straight off. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll just flip it. It's fine. They won't probably come near you actually. It's quite chilled. I had a little struck boots this morning. The air pressure was really weird this morning, and it was really, really cold.
stop you, they just smash it onto your face.
Yeah, so they're up in your face the whole time. So I took one hive apart, planning on taking honey off it, and I put it straight back together again and left them to it.
Yeah.
You can see there's a different reaction to them.
Yeah.
So there's something about that frame that they don't like. It could be that your queen's on that frame.
Really? Right, guys, relax, please.
Yep.
Smoke, they run away from this one.
Smoke makes me think there's a fire.
Yeah.
I think she's probably up in there. Again, you can see down here. Lots of little tiny larvae at the bottom of the cell. Right, so what I'm going to suggest we do is put the queen excluder back on now. You're right.
Yeah. I took my hand out of my pocket, that's all.
Ah.
The queen's hiding.
I think she's up in the top.
On the top where the honey is. But I thought she couldn't get in.
Well, she can get into that box, you see, so I think she's up there.
Oh, yeah, we've not taken that on apart, have we?
No.
Guys, relax. She lost one of you because of... It's not as painful as a wasp sting.
No, it's not. Oh, sorry, did she actually get you?
Yeah. And one bee less. How quick do they die?
This time of the year, about every 6 weeks.
But I mean after stinging you.
Oh, straight away, yeah. So I think what we might try and do next time is get them down below the queen food if you're only running one brood box. Otherwise it's trickier to look at all the time. So what we can do is we could lift that and put that box underneath,
Yeah.
and then essentially what they should do is come up, and then we should be able to lift that one out eventually. And that would then get you down onto one brood box,
Yeah.
which is certainly easier to manage.
Yeah. Is that not big pinch? Is
Well,
that not having too many smaller?
there's a lot of honey in there,
Yeah.
and what you want them to do is to put honey up in the supers that you can use. Okay, so actually what we'll do is we'll get you another hive, put them into that, and then we can work them round the other way and get this to a point where you can then use it the right way round.
What? Put them in another hive fully,
Yeah, so
an empty one.
yeah, so we can put them in an empty hive. What
Yeah.
we can then do is put your super on the bottom,
Yeah.
then a brood box.
Yeah.
They'll work their way out of that super
Yeah.
and come up,
Yeah.
and then what we can do is work it off just one brood box, which will be easier.
Yeah. How long does it take to do that?
2 weeks or more.
Yeah.
Right, let's get this one back on them then. You alright to lift the other side? Just stick the smoke down on there. Yeah.
Smoke myself.
Smoke your hand.
Huh?
Smoke your hand.
This one?
The one that got stung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you ready?
Yeah. Ha! Right. And that one?
Yeah.
Give me your honey.
Oh, nice.